Hello. Hello. Hello and good morning. Well, good morning here. A little bit tired I am today. Didn't sleep too good last night, but never mind. Quite happy, which is good. I wanted to make a video. I want to cover two particular things in this video. And one of them is to tell you about a website, if you've never heard of it as well. This is how to save money on utility bills. If you live in bricks, this is for you, this video. Some of you may be aware and some of you won't be aware, but I'll just tell you a little bit of the backstory. Apparently there's a program called Dragon's Den, and if you go onto YouTube and you have a look at Dragon's Den, I don't know the name, Tom and Henry, but it's Dragon's Den, and then type in Look After My Bills. Look After My Bills. There's a website called Look After My Bills. Now, what it is, they went there with this idea of radically reducing people's bills. And what it is, you just type in a little bit of information. It takes 1 minute. I mean, I put my name, address, what I use, whether it's gas or electric or both, and what my last bill was. The machine then goes bzzzt, and it says, okay, your last bill was this amount. We can get it for this amount. And it's ridiculously low. Absolutely ridiculously low. And I thought, well, then what's the catch? The catch is nothing, right? It costs you nothing to sign up. It costs you nothing to belong. You don't pay Look After My Bills ever. I think what they do, they charge the incoming company to you as a new customer. They charge them a small amount. Anyway, they won this thing on Dragon's Den. I'm not sure how it all works really, but I think they go there, they ask for some money and then some input from the millionaire businessman to help them progress in their business. I think that's how it works. I haven't really seen it. I'm talking about bloody television. I honestly haven't seen it. I don't know really what it's about, but that's my gist of it. The dragons, the millionaires, the businessmen, were fighting over themselves for this company, part of this company, absolutely fighting over themselves. Anyway, they haven't been running very long, but they've got 200,000 people signed up already in 6 months, whatever it's been. So Look After My Bills, I think lookaftermybills.com or whatever. I'll try and put a link on at the end. Now I saw it and I thought that looks bloody interesting. What it is, you do nothing, right? You do absolutely nothing. All you do, you fill in the initial form online and that's it. You then get an email. They only ever contact you by email, so you get an email back to say they've received your form. You're currently paying this, however, we can get it for that. And it says, do you want to switch, yes or no? If you click yes, they do everything. They contact your current supplier. They contact the new supplier. They give you a date, which is mine is the 28th. What's today? 26th, 7th? No, 24th or 25th today, or something like that. My changeover, it was 3 weeks from when I signed my form, my online form, to the switchover. So it's 3 weeks, so it's the 28th of this month. And I got an email, very short and sweet. Your changeover date is blah, blah, blah. Your new company is called so-and-so. Nothing to pay, and that's that. Then I get a letter from British Gas I'm with currently, British Gas, and it just said, let's see, it's very, very short and sweet, but we're sorry you're leaving us. If you change your mind, you can always come back on this number, blah, 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 blah. That's it. Short and sweet. So it's very, very easy to do. Now, if your bills are, my winter bill, I think, I haven't got the figures with me, I think it was something like, I'm guessing if my bills were £100 per month, I'm getting it for 66 per month through Look After My Bills. So it's not a minute saving that you can sort of think, yeah, whatever. It's a huge saving, because their algorithms and that, they type everything in, or they go into this system and they just find the cheapest company for you. Now, it's often a startup company, it's often a special deal only with this company, it's a special online thing only with this company, it's a special 12-month sign up thing only with this company. Makes no odds. What they then do, every 12 months, they sign you over to a new company that's the cheapest for you. They do email you and they say your time will be up on this on the 28th. You change from British Gas to this particular company, and now this company want to charge this. However, we've got this company charging that. Do you want to switch? Yes or no? And you go back to that same thing. You go yes, and it goes bloop. Okay, you're now on £61 a month instead of £91 a month, whatever it may be. And that they roll it then, so it's year after year after year. So you do nothing, they do everything. And I think that is absolutely fantastic, and it costs you nothing forever. And it says that on their website. It doesn't cost you 1 penny to be switched. What they find, or what you find, is that when somebody's got a company, they just sort of stay with that company forevermore. It's a bit of a pain switching, so people don't bother. But this company takes all of that away from you. Look After My Bills, it's called. They take it all away from you, and every single year you're guaranteed to go on the cheapest possible rate that they can find. So Look After My Bills. So that's one that I wanted to tell you about. Oh, the other thing, I haven't done this, but the other thing with them, they give you a code, and you can give this code to your friends. And if your friends sign up and then type this code in, you get £20. You're allowed 10 friends every single year. So it's £200. You don't get £200, but they take £200 off of your next couple of bills. That is phenomenal, isn't it, really? You know, even if you got one friend that said, yeah, I'll sign up, you got 20 quid knocked off your bill. So if your bill has been reduced to £61, you know, you've knocked 20 quid off. It's 41 quid for that month. You know, for January, that's fantastic, isn't it? So Look After My Bills, that's one that I wanted to tell you about. I've really done a lot of research into the company and understanding how it works and things like that. Although I sound a bit woolly now because I'm tired, but I think I've got a good grip of it, and I wouldn't be recommending it if it couldn't save you a lot of money. And I don't mean a scratching. I don't mean if your bill is £100, they can get it for 99. I don't mean that at all, because why would you change? But if your bill is £100 and suddenly you can get it for 60, still the same bloody thing, isn't it? Still gas, still electric. But you don't do anything. You just fill in that initial form, that's it. So the other thing I wanted to tell you about, I bought this little lighter. This is a plasma lighter. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll show you it working first of all. You lift the lid. I'm looking in that side because I need to see where the button is. You can see that there. And if you listen, well actually I'll put it near my mic. Where's my mic? There. Ready? Listen. Right, have a watch. You need something black, don't you? Something black. Like an iPhone. Now you can get these single coil, which these are, in other words there's just one each side, or you can get a dual coil. Dual coil do a crossover of the plasma. You can't now press it because the lid's shut, you can't press it. And these have come on in leaps and bounds. They do a circular cylindrical lighter. They do a much bigger one to light fires outside because it's totally windproof, waterproof and all the rest of it. And I've seen some lovely ones now on YouTube. There's a guy, he goes camping a lot, which is, I suppose, for that thing, these are ideal. And they're camo, and it's got a metal clip, so you have to go click with the metal clip, and then it's got a big heavy lid, and there we go. So, plasma lighter. You can hear the plasma going like that. These are Tesla coils apparently in there, from what I've read. This is $5.99 on eBay, very, very cheap. You can probably get them cheaper, I don't know, $5.99. But how they work, you can see that, it's a USB. Ordinary USB. Lob it into the computer, and it lights for, they reckon, a minimum of 200 lights before the next charge. I've had this 4 or 5 days. So I've probably used it 20 times a day, would you reckon, something like that? Maybe I've used it 100 times, but you can see it's still got loads of power. So at least 200 lights, 200 bzzz. Yeah, so Tesla coils, you can get single or you can get dual, whatever. The dual just crosses over, the single, as you've seen it, it goes like that. They contain no gas, no flints, no nothing. They just, you lob it into the USB, you charge it up, it takes about 10 minutes, probably less, but say it takes 10 minutes to charge up, then you got a lighter that works for 2 or 3 weeks, something like that, and then you charge it up again. And they're calling them plasma lighters, so I don't quite know whether that's plasma or what it is, but they work absolutely fine. I don't really want to burn anything, but I will. Let's have a... Bloody stupid this is, isn't it? Anyway, so they burn very, very quickly like that. See that? It's burning. So yeah, they light the cigarette in seconds really. The only thing you can't do with this particular thing, if you want to light a candle, then obviously whatever you light has got to be between that. So unless you've got a big wick, if it's a little wick, then you can't light it. However, you just get the different lighter, the longer lighter, and that hasn't got all the gubbins on, so you just go and you can light candles like church candles or even tea light candles, whatever. But really, essentially, they're a cigarette lighter. That's what they are. Loads of different colours. I love this colour because it's an iridescent purple-ish type colour. I just liked it. But for, I think, $5.99, that was free delivery on eBay. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Plasma. I did watch a video, after I bought it, I watched a video, and this guy said he uses an ordinary lighter for himself. When he goes out and about, he carries that one. So if anybody says, have you got a light? And he says, yes. And he goes like that. And they say, oh, what's that? And it's a big talking point then, plasma lighter. And I think, as far as I'm aware, I think they're quite a new thing. They're new to me anyway. Yeah, I like it. I just thought I'd show you it really. I just, something little and simple. And just finish the video really. There's, I want to tell you about a new to me again, a new to me band. They're called, it's an odd title really. It took me some getting used to, but it's Cigarettes After Sex. Cigarettes After Sex. My God, they're a fantastic band. The lead singer is actually male, but you think he's female. He sings in a very sultry way, but very, very gentle, peaceful. It's ambient music, that's what it is. If you want some music to listen to before you go to bed, or to play, if you're like me, I don't know, but I have my music on. When I go to bed, first thing I do is put my music on. A lot of people turn stuff off, I turn it on. And I do that every single night. I listen to music as I go off, drift off to slumberland. But they're called Cigarettes After Sex. Cigarettes After Sex. Have a look on YouTube. There's loads of videos and what have you. I actually went on their official YouTube site and I downloaded, yeah, very naughty, I downloaded their first album and their second album only in single formats. So I've got like 40, well, there is about 40 songs. I think there's about 20 songs on the two albums. No, there's about 30 songs, so there's about 20 songs on the two albums. And then they also did an EP with 4 tracks. So I downloaded that again, each one singly, and then a few others. So yeah, I must have about 30 odd tracks, something like that. And I've put that onto the computer, and then I did a copy of it onto a CD, and that's what I listen to at the moment when I go to bed. So Cigarettes After Sex. Just thought I'd let you know about that, because sometimes we have, you know, in life, there's lots of troubles and problems and things can weigh heavy in your head and what have you. And for those that don't meditate, you can go to bed and that can weigh heavy then. It's a funny time, isn't it? Because you're not doing what you would normally be doing. So you're not alert and awake. You're not sat there. You haven't got phone calls to make or appointments to attend or work to do or whatever. You're not even making yourself a Slurpee or stirring some beans in a pot. You're just literally laid there. And things can weigh heavy on your mind then. And as I say, if you don't meditate, then you go to bed with all this stuff in your head. But if you put on some gentle music, that is like a pacifier in the mind. And you know, music is lovely, especially gentle ambient music, which Cigarettes After Sex are. It's a great form of music at that time of night, really. And it lifts the serotonin, the dopamine levels in the brain and all that. So it's a feel-good factor. And of course you're laid down, you're nice and warm, you're comfy, the day's finished, you know. So you do feel nice, and just some nice music can really, really, I don't know, it touches me in such a lovely, peaceful way. Even though I meditate, every single night I go to bed and I listen to music and I love it. So Cigarettes After Sex. So look after my bills. Don't forget that. Look after my bills. I tell you, if you don't do it, you'll be foolish, really. Honestly, it's so simple, so easy to do. You literally do nothing at all. That one initial form takes a minute, 2 minutes to fill out, which is online. Then every single year they email you and say, this company is a lot cheaper, do you want to switch? And you click the button, either yes or no. That's it. And every single year, forevermore, you will be on the cheapest possible gas or electric or both or whatever. And who doesn't want to save money? So yeah, have a look at them, Cigarettes After Sex. As I say, these lighters, they're on eBay. That's what I got it from anyway, $5.99, little plasma lighter. I think it's great. And have a listen to Cigarettes After Sex if you're into ambient, gentle, peaceful music. It's funny because every single track is different, but also they're very similar. There's a similar vein that bleeds throughout the album. And every single track is a standalone track, in my view, but they're very, very similar. It's as if each track talks to the previous and the following. So give it a listen. Thank you for listening. And yeah, we'll be back soon. Take care. Be well. Ta-ra. Cheers.